Hello, I'm Benjamin Turman, and this is my diagnostic project video demonstration for Project and Portfolio 4 Game Design class. Alright, so what I have here is just tic-tac-toe. Let me press play and give a demonstration of it as it loads. Whenever it wants to load, there we go. Okay, so as you have here, you can select either player for like the player side to start, so you can start as X or O. I'm going to click O to start as that. Here up it has it highlighted, so which player it wants to, or which side you started as. I started as O, so O is the highlighted side. So whichever one I can click all of them, or just click one at a time, click that one, and it starts as O. Can't click it anymore because it's already selected and it won't let me click it anymore. And now it's onto the X player side. So I can click here and I can click on any of them, and that one got the middle row, so that's X1. When I click the restart button, it takes me back to what is the start screen, and then I can start as either player. I'll start as X this time. So I click the bottom left, starts as X, then it's O player, XO, XO. And it's a draw because none of the win conditions have been met. Alright, so here in the script I have two main scripts. I have the game manager and the UI. The UI is basically, it deals with the prefab itself. So you basically one of these right here. This is what the prefab is I have set. In the prefab, it's just a empty game object with the script attached to it, and it has a canvas set to it with a button on the inside of it, and then it has a text which changes if it's X or O. So this is where it deals with almost the entire game right here. So yeah, this is basically deals with the win conditions. It's for the entire row, for like or not entire rows, but like it deals with, let me disable this, deals with the win condition. So like the top is all the same letter, that's a win, middle win, bottom win, and left, middle, right. If those three have the same connected, then it's a win, same with diagonal. And this is basically saying, this is a bool I had to create, because if I didn't do that, it would just end on a draw, even if one of the players wins and all the tiles are taken up. So like, if it's not a proper game over, this is going to be like ends in a draw. And if it is a proper game over, it won't end in a draw, which will have one of these. It'll be like, it'll say which player has won, so either X has won or player O has won. Alright, so there's just a few transitions here. I believe it's just 4 once I re-enable the start screen. So this would be the first transition where it starts. Then this would be basically a pause transition. Then between the pause transition and like another pause transition, between that, it would be the third transition, which would be player turn. And after a player turns in, it ends with the end game transition when it goes back to the first transition. So here we have the prefab, like I mentioned earlier, just contains these spaces. And each space would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be the game board, these little white squares right here, only 4 pieces of them. Yeah. And in the game manager, it shows like the active player and inactive player color. And this deals with all the arrays for each text, which appears right here. The text will change based upon which player's turn it is, either X or O. And here, and you can adjust any of the values if you want to. It might mess with the game a little bit, but that's what adjusting the values do. I could change the active player color to pink if I wanted, and the inactive one to just plain black. So once that loads, you start it, it's pink when it's active and black when it's inactive, pink, black. Alright.